Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Monday night D-star net of the Ozarks Amateur Radio Society. This net meets regularly on Monday night at 8 p.m. on this frequency of 444.150. My name is Greg, and my call sign is KF0LZX. While this is not an emergency net, if anyone at any time has any emergency traffic, please call break. Does anyone have any emergency traffic, please call now. Hearing none, I'll move on to announcements. I'll be using NetLogger for check-ins on this net. Anyone who wishes can check in early by monitoring the OARS net there. The Ozarks Amateur Radio Society meets on the second Saturday of the month at the Happy House Restaurant in Monette, Missouri. The meeting is at 7 p.m., but everyone is welcome to come at 6 p.m. to eat and enjoy some good conversation. Individuals pay for their own meal, but you do not have to eat to attend, and you also do not have to be a ham to attend. Everyone is welcome, including family members and those interested in amateur radio. The next meeting will be at the Happy House on Saturday, December 9th. And once we get in, Bob will give us the details on this upcoming meeting, because it will be our Christmas meeting. Saturday OARS breakfast for the month of December will be 7:30 a.m. at Angus Branch in Monette, Missouri. More to follow. The OARS Club now has 3 regular nets, the D-star net on Monday at 8 p.m. on 444.150, the 2-meter net on Tuesday at 7 p.m. on 146.970, and the Simplex every Thursday at 8 p.m. on 146.460. James Vroman, AC0BN, will be holding a monthly Aries meeting on the 3rd Monday of the month at the Monette Police Department. I didn't make it myself last week like I planned because I had to go out of town for work, but Wes did go, so maybe he can give us some details on that. And we also have some new photo locations in our area, so if that's of any interest to you or anything else ham-related, everybody would. We kind of need to try to increase our social media presence a little bit, so anything ham-related, POTA, putting up antennas, new gear, anything worth posting to Facebook that you wouldn't mind being on Facebook, please send to Marvin so you can post that on the OARS Facebook group. This net is now being streamed on 59 Radio YouTube channel, so if you'd like to see how you sound on the radio or miss part of the net, you can go to 59radio.com for details and a link to the channel. Are there any other announcements of interest? Bob, how are you doing this evening?
Well, I did make it in there. You're talking about announcements there. You didn't hear me. I don't know if it double with somebody or not. But, yeah, like I said, the 9th of next month, which is the second Saturday, we're going to have the Christmas party there. And we're having a Chinese gift exchange, $35 max. And if you're a male, bring a male. If you're female, bring a female. If you got a little one of both, well, we'll do that. Sounds like what I've been talking to several of them, we're going to have quite a few there. Maybe have some new ones that hasn't been there, too. So that'll be good, too. That's about all I got. Everybody got any questions about that, they can want to get a hold of me. Kilo Alpha Zero, Romeo Mike. Back to you there, Greg.
Bob, I appreciate it. Patrick, I didn't know if you had time to hop in there real quick or not. If not, that's fine.
Well, we're just hanging in around here. I'm sorry. We may be having internet connectivity problems tonight too. I know there was a big silence after I unkeyed, but anyway, hope everybody's doing well and had a great Thanksgiving. I know we did around here, and it's quiet for a minute, but the dogs have been hollering at each other, and I haven't figured out why yet. But anyway, everybody have a great evening, and thanks for the net, KV4MO.
All right, Patrick, I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm kind of crazy around here, too. We've got 5 dogs and 3 grandkids tonight, so I'm trying to, like herding cats around here, trying to keep them out of here while I'm getting this done. So thanks for taking the time to check in. I'll get you guys on the log. And are there any more mobile or short-time check-ins? Please call now.
KE0LZX, Aurora.
All right, KE0LZX. Lawrence, how you doing this evening?
Well, I'll just check in real briefly. This is about the second day of sinus drainage, and I'm feeling a little bit better today than I was yesterday, but I thought, well, I'd just check in tonight and hope the others can stay well through all the temperature change. I think it was the change of weather that aggravated my sinuses so much. Anyway, I've been having a pretty good week otherwise. I get to the library and you start hearing all these people who just got evicted from their house coming in, and I'm thinking, yeah, the coldest weather they decide to evict people, but I was surprised, but people say, yeah, I pay my rent and they evicted me anyway. So I don't know, but anyway, that was sort of going on at the library today, so hopefully you guys have a warm place to sleep tonight. We'll say 73 to all. Hope everybody can enjoy their evening. Thanks for doing the net tonight. KE0LZX saying 73 to all.
All right, Lawrence. Well, thanks for taking the time to check in with us, and I hope the sinus issue and stuff clears up pretty soon. I know this weather's been pretty crazy lately, so maybe it'll level out to something somewhat consistent, normal, and everybody will be feeling a little bit better. So, and anybody else out there that's having issues with utilities, rent, and etc., prayers for them, and hopefully everybody gets some help if needed. So. Thanks again for checking in. Any more mobile or short-time check-ins, please call now. All right, we'll go to the NetLogger list, and we talked to Bob a little bit ago. Bob, do you have anything else to add?
Negative. Sir.
Roger that. We'll move on down to Dave, KE6GAE. How you doing, Dave?
KF0LZX and the rest of the net. This is KE6GAE. Oh, we're doing all right, Greg. Trying to do some rearranging in the shack. 3D printer craft room. Got a new 3D printer coming. Hopefully I'll have it in about 2 weeks, so I can get back to doing some of that, and then waiting on a deal for All-Star, so I can start running that, so I can work on possibly getting an All-Star node set up on the 9.7, and work. That's about all we got going on. I do want to remind everybody that's up in this area that won't be able to make it to the OARS ham and eggs, that our monthly ham meetup at the Southside Gold Ground in Springfield will be this Saturday. Other than that, don't have anything else, Greg, so we'll pass it back to Net Control. KE6GAE, back to Net Control. Thanks for running the net.
All right, Dave, I appreciate it. Thanks for checking in with us. And we'll move on down to Wes, AE0OC, and see if he's got any kind of update for us on the Aries meeting. Wes, how you doing this evening?
Well, hello, Greg, and everyone on the net tonight. Thanks for running the net. I don't know. It was a good time. Had a fun time over there. with Chewy doing his first run of the Lawrence County Aries new club meeting. We just mainly did a lot of visiting, went over some of the courses that you can take and stuff, and Bill brought in a mesh-tastic network that was really interesting and explained all that to us. Really got a kick out of that. That was something to definitely look into. As far as things going on around here, had a good time at my daughter's house on Saturday for our Thanksgiving there. And other than that, been working on laser projects. I just recently sent off a sample for a local business, and hopefully they will be wanting to buy a few products from me, and so we'll just have to see how that turns out. That'd be kind of a nice deal.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Hopefully that turns into a decent little side business for you.
You bet. That's what I'm hoping for. I've got a major project that I'll be doing, but it's not until February. But I'll have to have things all built and stocked up and ready to go before then. But it'll be a show that I'm going to that it will be kind of unique as far as there's not very many people going to be doing this, and I'll be the only person there at the show actually with the products I have, so I think that's kind of a nice deal. So, but anyway, look forward to seeing everybody at the meeting, and until then, I'll catch you on tomorrow night's net. KF0LZX, back to net control.
All right, Wes. Well, sounds good, and thanks for checking in with us. And we will move on down to Sean, KE0MAD. Sean, how you doing this evening?
Yeah, good evening, Greg, and everybody on the net. This is KE0MAD. Thanks for doing the net. And not a whole lot going on here, just getting prepared for the Rove Thursday, Friday, trying to get all my ducks in a row. I was trying to wrap my mind around what I was doing for a power cable, and I forgot I'd already talked to you about it. But anyway, I've got everything, I think, pretty well lined up. Make sure batteries are charged and ready to go. Anyway, hope everybody has a good week coming up here. KE0MAD.
All right, Sean, thanks for checking in. And yeah, for everybody, and probably something we ought to document, I guess, for our Facebook group, but Sean and I are planning on a 30-plus Park Rove Thursday night and Friday. UTC day starts at 6 p.m. on Thursday, so we're going to try to get 30 or maybe 30-some parks in between Thursday evening and Monday up to 6, or Friday up to 6 p.m. So anyway, especially guys up around Springfield, Thursday evening, they want to be on the simplex frequency. We'll probably call out on 520 and on the 460 both. Maybe get some 2-meter simplex QSOs in there. So anyway, we'll see how it goes. We're going to make a pretty hard run at it. So anyway, that's our plan. So, and if band conditions are anything like they were Saturday when I was out, there's a good chance some of you guys may pick us up on 20 meter during the day on Friday. So anyway, we'll keep an eye out for us if anybody's into POTA. So anyway, we'll move on down to Ridge, KV0RHA out of Mount Vernon. Rich, how you doing?
Oh, I'm doing pretty good, Greg, and everybody on the net. Thanks for doing the net. A big thank you to Sean for coming over and fixing all my mistakes so I can get onto the reflector. But anyway, doing pretty good, trying to stay out of the cold weather. Other than that, it's about all I got going on. Just tinkering around with a little bit of electrical stuff. Getting a couple of radios lined out, and one for my son, old German shortwave radio that I'm getting done for him, so he'll be happy to get that done. Anyway, that's about all I've got for the net. KV0RHA, back to net control.
All right, Rich, thanks for checking in with us, as always. I'm glad you finally got your D-star stuff straightened out and getting in there nice and clean. Sound good. So, again, appreciate you checking in, and we'll move on down to Harold. K0SQS. How you doing, Harold?
Yeah, KF0LZX and the rest of the net, K0SQS. Doing fine, Greg. Thanks for running the net. The only news I've got is I went to Bruder Pharmacy today and got my yearly flu shot. So I've got a sore arm and feeling a little bit under the weather with the flu shot. I don't know. Anyway, hope everybody had a nice Thanksgiving. Wife and I did. We went down to the lake and mulched leaves for the last time at the lake, I think. Anyhow, back to you, Greg. Thanks again for running the net. K0SQS.
Thank you, Harold. And, glad to hear you had a decent Thanksgiving. We did. The wife and I and one of my daughters went down to Arkansas to my dad's house. So that was a pretty decent afternoon. But, of course, we got dogs, and they're kind of like having kids to babysit, so we had to get back home pretty early to take care of them. But, hey, thanks again for checking in, and we'll move down to W0HL, Dennis out of Nevada. How you doing, Dennis?
KF0LZX from W0HL. Good evening, everyone on the net. I'll just sit here playing around with some P25 stuff. Just got off a Zoom meeting with the Kansas City DX Club. And I always talk to a friend out in Wyoming on Echolink every Monday night, so it's kind of a busy evening. So I had a good turkey day. Nobody around here but the wife and I. I went out and actually done a park Thursday afternoon. The kids come in Friday afternoon, was here through the weekend, so I got my dose of POTA in Wednesday and Thursday for the week. So I'm going to be busy next couple of weeks. So hopefully it gets nice in the middle of December and be able to get back out again. And going to try to hopefully chase you guys a little bit on Thursday night and Friday. Also, they're picking 146.58 is what they call a Ventress channel, and that's what the guys are using for Simplex for soda and POTA. So that's the big frequency they're using now, it seems like. So, of course, I don't work any 2-meter Simplex when I'm out. W0HL, doing the net.
Yeah, we'll definitely keep that in mind. And, you popped up on my hand alert there a time or two, so I've seen where you'd got out. I know I was tied up and didn't really pay attention to where you ended up, but I went out and did a last-minute activation over here at Caps Creek, east of Monette, west of Monette, Saturday afternoon there, kind of late, and that turned into quite an ordeal. I never even got my first CQ finished and had 2 people, and it was just a crazy nonstop pileup for over 3 hours. So, yeah, it was pretty insane. But anyway, thanks for checking in, Dennis. Hopefully you'll get down this way and sometime, and we'll catch a nice day, and you can make it down here, and we'll go out and do a POTA activation together. So, thanks for checking in. And KE0MKM, he was on the view monitor, and about the time I rebooted NetLogger, and then he was gone, so I don't know. Robert from Wentzville, if you're still there, please hop on in. Okay, I don't hear anything. He was on the view monitors, and right before I went to reboot, he was gone, and I didn't know if he took himself off or it was a NetLogger issue. So anyway, we may come back to him. Well, that's the end of the NetLogger list. Are there any on-air check-ins? Please call now.
N0QL.
Okay, we got N0QL out of Rolla. I don't know if you go by William or Bill, but hop right on in. How you doing this evening?
Well, I don't go by either. I go by Alan. It's my middle name. Got to turn William down over here on the 7.9 machine he's been blaring. But yeah, I almost forgot the net again. And I come back here and 5.9 Alpha wasn't brought up, so I thought, well, I don't know what's going on, so I brought it up. There y'all were. I was trying to get in on that chat over on that OARS D-star, you know, and it keeps wanting me to make a channel, so I don't know what the heck it's talking about, so we just ignored that. But outside of that, not a lot to report up here. It's been kind of chilly all day. Don't know the exact temperature. My battery's died and my thermometer over here. But glad to hear y'all up and running. Just love the D-star. Anyway, we'll kick it back to you. Won't hold it. Just want to make sure we got checked in tonight. 7-3, N0QL.
All right, Alan. Well, we definitely appreciate you checking in. Yeah, I can't remember what it was when I was driving home from Springfield today. It was definitely a little bit warmer than it felt. That wind was pretty chilly today. Went to the office today, but I was outside in the parking lot in one of the fab areas for about 2 or 3 hours this morning. It was pretty chilly. So anyway, thanks again for checking in, Alan. We appreciate it. And are there any other on-air check-ins? Please call now.
KF0TW mobile check-in.
Yeah, recheck N0QL.
N0QL, do you have a recheck?
Yeah, I don't know whether I even got in or not. I looked up there and I was trying to relink the repeater. I guess I bumped my button. I forgot to lock everything. But if you didn't get any of it, I'll just forget about it and say 7-3s, everybody. Glad you all run the net. 7-0QL up here all.
No, Alan, nope, you got in just fine. You might have accidentally unlinked right about the time I started talking, but nope, you got in just perfectly fine the first time around. So thanks again. We appreciate you checking in.
That's good. Catch you later, N0QL.
KF0TW mobile check-in.
Yeah, KF0TW. Go ahead, please.
All right, good evening. I hope I didn't step on anybody or get in front of anyone, but yeah, name's Gary. I'm mobile in Rolla, going to run an errand here. Glad to have our repeater linked to reflector 059 Alpha, or you guys link from into our gateway. Either way is good. Let's see, Thursday evening at 7:30 p.m. Central Time on this same reflector, we'll have the Central Missouri Digital D-star net on our repeater and that reflector that I mentioned and our gateway. So hope to have anyone and everyone come and check in with me. Thanks for running the net. This is KF0TW.
We appreciate you checking in with us. Yep, we have this every Thursday every Monday at 8 p.m. And we usually connect a reflector 059A about 30 minutes, right around 7:30. And we don't stay connected to it all the time, but we usually connect to it about 30 minutes before our D-star net, and then we'll disconnect just shortly thereafter. So, what reflector did you say your club used for your D-star?
And we don't leave it linked all the time either. I prefer not to do that, but this one, reflector 059 alpha, and I usually link about 5 minutes before 7:30 and then unlink after that. Net is finished. KF0TW.
All right, we appreciate you checking in, and like I said, we'd be glad to have you next time around, next week when we have this one. Thanks for checking in, Gary, and I seen W0CMD pop up on for just a minute, but I did not hear anybody. Are you still there?
80 and you are late checking.
Comment.
Yeah, go ahead with comment, please.
Yeah, first thing, Greg, the W0CMD, that's the roller repeater. That's the call sign for that. But my comment was, so everybody knows on our side, I tried to connect 10 to 15 minutes before on Thursday nights. So everybody, all they've got to do is go through our repeater and they can check into the rolling net.
Okay, yeah, good to know. Might throw out a reminder on Slack or something about that. It's good to know. I made a note here on my notebook, though. What time was theirs on Thursday again?
Theirs at 7:30. And I'll pass it back to net control because I know I heard a couple more. It sounded like trying to come through the W0CMD repeater to check in. So thanks for running the net there, Greg. But 7:30 on Thursday nights, K86G80.
All right, sounds good. And I did have the on-air check-in just right before Dave came in for a comment. Would you come back again, please?
This Kilo Delta Zero, November Uniform Indian, St. James.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and go with you. Kilo Delta Zero, November Uniform India. How are you doing this evening?
Well, good evening, and everybody on the net here. I just got in. I had to run a local net around here, the auto repeater system, and we have a regular analog net, so I just concluded it. So I'm running late getting to this one always, but I do try to check in this one every Monday if I can, but I'm using the net control for Monday on the local net. So, but anyways, appreciate you letting me in here. I'll just say it's 35 degrees. It's warming up here, actually. High today was 45, and it's not much, a little wind, 2 miles an hour, and it's been a cold morning. Starting off was 22 degrees, and just out in the boonies outside of St. James, Missouri here. So, anyways, I appreciate you letting me in here, and I guess we'll turn it back to net control. This is K80 in your eye.
Hi, we appreciate you checking in. Good to have you. I remember you've been in here a time or two before. Hopefully you'll make it in again next week. So, again, we appreciate it. Any more on-air check-ins, please call now.
AE0OC, recheck.
Sorry about that. I was getting some interference on the other channel on the radio. What was that one again?
Recheck from AE0OC.
Yeah, Wes, go ahead.
All right, two things. First of all, if N0QL is still on, Alan, the Slack for the OARS Slack program is an invitation thing. We have to send you an invitation for you to be able to join. If someone sent you an invitation and it's not working, that's probably because it's gotten too old. It's only good for about 2 weeks or so. So if so, get a hold of us and we'll get you something sent out. And the second thing is, it looks like Jimmy's up on NetLogger. And so I'll get off of here and let you get back to it, Greg.
I appreciate appreciate it, Wes. And yep, I've seen Jimmy pop up on the remote users. I didn't catch him over there on the waiting on the net logger. So we'll go to AA0JB. Jimmy out of Stockton, how are you doing?
KF0LZX in the net. Thanks for being there tonight, Greg. We're doing pretty good here. Trying to get the loose ends tied up and get this tower project finished. We're headed down the home stretch, so getting pretty excited on that. And appreciate your help on that. The concrete anchor stuff, man, that's amazing. Couldn't believe that there's a product like that out there. Other than that, not much going on here, so I just wanted to get in for the count. Almost missed it. Always seems to coincide with something else I've got going, but managed to squeak in there. So let you go back to net, and A0JB, be clear.
It's good, Jimmy. Yeah, we'll kind of sort of be up your direction Friday. Sean and I will be doing some photos, so keep an ear out for us. Maybe if it's anything like it was last weekend, that might get some little bit of invis on 20. Might be able to get us on a couple of them. I don't know if you caught it earlier or not. Don't guess you did, but Sean and I are gonna, between Thursday night after 6 and Friday up to 6 p.m., we're gonna try to hit 30 or maybe a couple extra POTA spots. So we've got a big road planned. So anybody local listen in, keep an ear out for us. We'd appreciate it. So thanks for checking in. And yeah, I'm glad that epoxy for the concrete works. It is amazing. It definitely works better than the old anchors do. It's crazy the stuff they come up with anymore.
I did forget to tell you, I heard you, I think it was Saturday, but on 20 meters, I couldn't bust the pile up. I was just too close to get to you guys. But I will listen for you and Sean coming up. 7-3s, A0JB.
Are there any more on-air check-ins? Please call now.
This is KF0LZX.
All right, we've got KF0LZX, David out of Rolla. David, how are you doing this evening?
Yeah, good evening. I didn't get your name. I've come over here after checking into the analog net. It's the last week of the month, and I have to get net counts for the month, so I was a little late getting over here. Anyway, yeah, you got my name right. It's Dave, and I'm just outside of Rolla, and we're doing okay. Had a great Thanksgiving. Had some ups and downs in the shipping department, shipping some radio gear, but we're getting past that. I don't think there's any safe way to ship things anymore. It's just, I don't know whether people are just rough with things or what, just don't care, but anyway, it's a long story. I'm not going to go into it here, but anyway, had a real good Thanksgiving and back to work this week. Although I don't really go anywhere, I work from home part-time, so that's kind of a nice gig. Anyway, I'll get out of your way and let you wrap things up here. You're probably getting close to the end. KF0LZX, Rolla.
Well, David, no, it's great to have you in. We're here every Monday night at 8 p.m., and hopefully you'll make it in again. And my name was Greg, Golf Romeo Echo Golf, call signs KF0LZX. But anyway, thanks again for checking in. We really do appreciate it. Any more on-air check-ins, please call now. All right, before I do the last call for check-ins, like I said, the only other thing club-related, like I said, we kind of need to increase our social media. A lot of people aren't on it, but a lot of new potential hands are, so I kind of failed Saturday on my POTA activation. I should have took some pictures and maybe some screenshots and other stuff and had Marvin upload it. But anybody has anything ham radio related, you like to post it on the club Facebook page, we'll get a hold of Marvin, N0MLP, and he can post it on there for us. So anyway, other than that, I'll call out one more time for any on-air check-ins. Please call now. All right, guys, I guess we'll wrap it up. Thanks for everybody from outside the area that came in. We had 3 from Rolla, St. James, Cadet, Robert from Wentzville. He was on there for a little bit, then he disappeared, so maybe he had something come up. Maybe he'll make it back in with us next week. So anyway, I'd like to appreciate everybody taking the time to spend about half an hour with us this evening and check in. And that's pretty much all I've got. We're going to wrap up this Monday Night Net and turn the frequency back over to normal operation. This is KF0LZX. Clear.